I mean the hard stop is 5 because I have a different guy at 5, but that should be no problem.
Definitely not gonna go to
Yeah, yeah, no hard stop here. All right, cool.
5. Maybe like 90 minutes or like up to 2 hours max, I think.
Okay, cool, no problem.
That's it.
Yeah, yeah, 2 hours chill. All right. You want to get started with the VOD review then?
Yeah, let's do it. Let me share my screen.
Cool. Yeah, that training app thing. That I mean, so for anyone curious, Learning TFT posts like the previous sessions we've done on YouTube as well, so you can check them out on his YouTube channel. And that training app is very good for like studying how to play your openers.
Oh yeah, since last time I added stage 1 unit holds as well.
That is, you basically got everything. In fact, yeah, I might ask to look at some of these if that is all possible. We'll see later, but all good. No, this thing's really cool.
It's not optimized at all. Like I have bugs all over the place, and then and the performance was horrible, and the bandwidth to like load all these images is shit too. So I think it'd be kind of costly in the beginning for me.
Makes sense.
So I'd probably have to charge something. I don't know what I would have to charge.
Just for the cost, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
No, that's fair.
Okay, so we can go into that later.
Yeah.
All right. So this game, I'm blanking on what portal it was. Okay, well we could just play it and
we'll figure it out.
It goes.
Oh, you checked it there. You
I just hovered it.
Was it earlier snacks?
Earlier snacks?
It is earlier snacks.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah. Okay, that is an opener.
So here I'm thinking I just want to, like, you don't really try to go for Syndra 3, right? I would just try to find a good fruit, so I'll fruit first before buying.
Yes, yeah, that's the correct, very good optimization. I will say, what's your understanding of what the best Syndra fruits are nowadays?
So I think in the Discord with Asa, he was saying that Shadow Clone's better.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's like Shadow Clone, and then I might be blanking on one. It's like Shadow Clone, Rising Chaos. I think there might be one in between there that I can't remember, and then like Killer Instinct is not bad just for the mana gen. I think because right now Rising Chaos is like close to like a 16-17% damage up a lot of the time, which is okay, but it's nothing exceptional anymore. That thing used to be like 50% damage up.
How would items affect the trade-off between Rising Chaos and Shadow Clone?
I think it doesn't really affect it, and the reason why is just because if you like break it down, Shadow Clone just gives you a 22% like damage boost from the start, as well as the shred earlier into the fight, like the full amount of shred, because you get the full 10 shred rather than having it scaled down, unlike Rising Chaos, which scales down the shred that you get. So like instead of getting a 6% damage boost every time you cast, you just get 22% upfront plus some extra because you get the full value of shred. So if I put it into that perspective, then it's pretty clearly better for almost all the fights that you'll be playing. Like I would consider Shadow Clone like Gigabyss, I think.
Okay, makes sense. How much better than Rising Chaos would you say it is?
Oh,
like significantly better?
Yeah, I think Shadow Clone is probably almost a 30% damage increase, and Rising Chaos is closer to 17.
Okay. So here I didn't know.
If you didn't know, it's all good. Yeah. You know it now is the big thing. You know it now.
I know it now. I know it for trials now.
Yeah. It's like 30%, and it doesn't consider the fact that you get more HP on your board too.
Here, are we trying to make 10 or?
Yeah, that's a good question. So, on this patch, I believe it's generally better to not be making 10, and the macro reason why is because it's really bad to lose stage 3, right? If you lose stage 3, you're in like quite a desperate spot. If your comp isn't very, very good, and even if it is, you still may run into problems like just both not having enough gold or HP to be able to or mostly it's an HP problem to be able to like your position will be bad because if you're just down a boatload of HP, even if your board is approximately as strong as the other comps, which could reasonably be the case, you're still going to place in the bottom 3 or 4 because you just don't have enough HP to outplace your opponents, right?
Okay.
And
With that
yeah.
same logic, are you like I feel like in previous sets, specifically in stage 2, I would be like not holding maybe Rakan, or I don't know if Rakan's a great example, but like would that same logic apply to holding units and not making econ in stage 2 so that you can have a stronger stage 3?
So that would apply if you can convert it somehow into like by like rolling in some cases. I think in general the trade-off nowadays goes up, like at least on this patch it has to do with a pretty complex idea, but basically the idea is currently on this set the 1 costs are particularly strong compared, like it's not even like a huge amount, but they're particularly strong compared to the 2 and 3 costs, especially the 1-star 2 and 3 costs. And the fact that that is true makes it rather difficult to try to play around the higher, like the 2 and 3 costs with a rolling strategy if you like make econ lose 5 or 6 early and then roll on 3-2. I believe that's the reason why why you generally want to be holding and making boards around like center around the 1 cost, because they are relatively stronger compared to the higher cost units.
Okay.
So here, so looking at the board right here, here's what I would reason through. I would reason through, it's very hard to do it in this amount of time. It's like very, very difficult. But if you can find a strong board, like your strongest 4 units, and despite holding those strongest 4 units, you can still make econ, I would make econ in that case. And I think here, you are able to hold your strongest 4 units while still making econ. You might have to give up like a minor unit.
It would be like Jace Aatrox as my frontline, or Swain Shen.
Yeah, I like Swain Shen, mostly because the big reason is because Jace isn't actually really a tank. His spell doesn't make himself any tankier, right? So it would be Swain here.
Okay. And are you willing to sell Rakan to make 10? Because like if I want to play towards Yuumi, Rakan's kind of key for that, right?
Rakan is good. You have to make it, from what I counted, you have to make a choice between selling. Oh, do you need to sell both Rakan? Oh yeah, you need to sell both. Yeah, you're allowed to keep only another 1 cost. So yeah, I'd be willing to sell both Rakan and Janna, and the reason why is because the best unit I can play is the 4th unit on top of 2 Bastions plus Syndra 2 is going to be a Prodigy or a Star Guardian. Both would be better than playing either a Rakan or a Janna.
Okay,
yeah.
That makes sense.
So I would be happy to do it, but like I think in that spot I would still find it difficult to find the sell fast enough.
So far it looks like one other possibly Yuumi player.
Yep, you should sell.
So 1 component opener makes Iron Asset seem pretty good, although with a glove, there's not that many great, I guess JG if I'm angling Yuumi, but probably not left 2.
Yeah, you don't really want to take the left 2 here. I agree with that. Yeah, I
go left or right.
Yeah, I think I like the right one. It's not like, is it prismatic? It's not prismatic.
It's earlier snacks.
Yeah, I like Iron Assets here. I think it's good.
And then here, most likely Guardbreaker seems to be the most slammable item, unless I want to consider AD.
I would Ripperoo Forge on the glove.
Oh, okay.
Because you don't see any good Syndra slams and no good tank slams, right? Like none of those exist. Like I think Guardbreaker, yeah, man. I assume you know the thing about like Guardbreaker without JG is pretty bad on AP.
Yeah, it's bad.
So yeah, you should just Ripperoo Forge here, because like glove is. I think like if you go, like it's hard to go through it quickly, but like you actually do have 30 seconds here, right? You look at all the components you can reforge it into, and it's like, okay, sword is okay because you can make GS and that unit that's actually not even that bad. Sword is okay, bow is very good. I think you can make either like you make Nasher or Red. It would preclude you from playing you or not preclude, but like you'd be less inclined to play Yumi if you did play Nasher. Um, Rod is very it's either good or very good. Tier is very good. And then like Belt is very good for Warmogs. Chain is pretty good for Gargoyles, and then Cloak is your low roll. Cloak I would consider pretty bad.
If you got Rod, are you willing to slam Gunblade?
This spot, if you notice, so you said there was one other person playing Yumi. I think with Rising Chaos, I would make Morello here. Because like you're gonna need anti-heal.
Oh,
that item is okay on Yumi,
okay.
right? Like you haven't actually burned any of your like the minor concern sometimes is like you're burning a rod that you might not otherwise get to make Morello and a tank component. But in this spot, like the value of making an item here is so high, I'm perfectly happy to make a strong item. And like the Gunblade I don't consider to be particularly strong.
Yeah.
A lot of the early tanks have some healing, so I'd be pretty happy making that. And you're gonna need anti-heal by stage 4 anyways, and it's a fine placeholder for the slot on Yumi as well.
Okay. So
But,
from this spot, unless I hit a JG, I'm basically thinking Ryze, Senna.
Yep, I think that's correct.
So who is this? I think it's Ashmu slammed Archangel.
Yep.
Yeah. Playing this Juggernaut frontline stronger, I assume.
It's a little bit stronger, I think. Yeah.
So far it seems like nobody else is going Ryze.
Yeah. The Archangels can all be Ryze. Like anyone who slams Archangel can.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they could be Ryze, but they would pref Yumi, I think. You would pref Yumi.
I don't think he's.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, like Ryze is basically a backup option to Yumi, right?
Yeah.
Unless you have like a really good opener like Lucian 2 mech.
Yeah, if you have the mech
and
opener,
you can streak.
Exactly. Like some of the can. Oh, here I think you make a small error. I think the Swain plus the Xin Zhao is stronger on this board. Like the part of the other board that was weak was the Garen, and then even if it was like a marginal amount weaker, you could put in Lux on the next level, and that makes the board really really good.
Okay.
I think if you won the round, you could have made Econ as well by doing that. But now if you want to make Econ, you have to sell your Bastion opener, which basically makes your board a lot weaker over the next like 5 rounds.
So how do you evaluate the trade-off between basically Bastion, Lux, and I assume, are we just not making Econ? I guess this is one of those situations because I really want to keep the Udyr if I'm gonna angle Ryze, right?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think this spot, if you really want to keep the Udyr, I think I would be kind of happy to I would be okay to sell it. Because the reason why is because if you want the Udyr now, that would be because you want to play some kind of decent board with Udyr in the mid game, right? Like stage 3, 3-2 ish, right? But given the way your board looks right now, I find it quite unlikely that you're going to be getting into that right now. Like I'm pretty happy selling like the 3 costs I'll need, because like usually you'll find it, and Udyr 2 is pretty good and important, but making the Econ is also good and important because it gives you back the chance to find an Udyr and also gives you the chance to find the 4 costs you'll need later.
Okay. So.
Here, I think it would have been perfectly fine to level as well if you counted a few people that it would make a difference winning against. Yeah, so here's I would say like a big divergence point in like what our decision well, it's another big focus point that like drastically affects the result of your game. I think here if I scouted and some people look strong, I would just play the 2 Bastions and the Lux and then level for it, and it'd be okay. Yeah.
Okay, and you're still making 20.
Yeah, you're still making 20. and you'd be very strong. This is
Yeah.
the strongest. This is the weakest turn you'll be by a wide
Okay.
margin with that board.
And I'd actually be net positive econ
Yep.
from streak value.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I have no open components. Rod seems to be good.
Rod is good. Yeah. Oh, Rod is good. Rod is like your best or second best component.
Yeah. So this guy's probably Star Guardian, I assume. He's not holding any other Yumi. Or I guess he just got the Mals.
They took a spat. They took a regular spat, which would indicate that they're pretty likely to be Star Guardians here.
Yeah. Okay. So here, I think I made a mistake. I put the fruit on the Udyr, but if we're playing Ryze, I should probably put it on a unit that I can sell instead of have to remake the Udyr or refruit the Udyr.
I think there
Since we want
are.
Socialite.
Yeah, I think. Do you know by this point if there are like automatic wins in your rotation, like rounds you would win without a fruit?
Oh no, I did not actually scout.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So this is like really important on this level. Even then, there are rounds that like I'm either willing to lose or burn. Like you either have to be willing to lose or burn a fruit remover here. Here I think I know what your. I think here I think I know what your best play is. So you have a few different plays, but I'll point them out to you. A, you make the strongest possible board by just fruiting the Udyr right now, right? And that can make a difference, and you win the fight. It's worth it, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's option A. Option B, which is what I think you're suggesting, is you just use it on the Nefiri or like Zaya or something, and then you just play it for a turn and sell it after. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the entirety of what that play would be?
Like as far as the options here go?
Yeah.
We can also sell the Zaya and like put in Nefiri to make guaranteed 50 if like 2 out of 3 are look like I'm gonna lose.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so what I'll add on to that is what you can. So this is an important concept, especially in earlier snacks, and which is important because this is one of the most common portals. Which is, if you're in a position like this where most of the time you only have items on one unit, right? If that's the case, what's the best class of fruit for you to get here?
Some kind of utility or like stun or
Yeah, exactly.
utility.
Yeah, utilities, right. So what would be running through my mind in this spot is you have 2 copies of Nefiri available to you and 2 copies of Zaya. Ideally, what you would probably want to do is you'd want to probably fruit 1 Zaya first, and then 1 Nefiri, looking for either the one that gives you burn or the ones that give you shred right now, because that would be the best possible fruit that you could have, apart from like pretty much the best actually. That would be the best and strongest possible fruit, as well as giving you the option to refruit Udyr on 3-1 for Socialite.
Right. Do you know what the odds diff? I guess I could look this up between Udyr versus
Yeah, I know.
versus Aatrox.
I know the odds for Aatrox. Here's the first thing I'll tell you. This table, completely a lie. It will list something similar on Aatrox and Udyr and Jace and Xin and Vi and Mundo and Swain. I'll tell you this: of the units that are relevantly useful, between Aatrox, Udyr, Jace, and Swain, it is by far the most likely on Aatrox. It is then reasonably likely on Udyr. It is reasonably likely on Jace, and very rare on Swain. Don't know why. I know it has to do with the column situation, because Socialite, I think, like for some units, can only show up in the 3rd column. So if they have a lot of fruits or a lot of Third, there's like the fruits are literally, there's like a Reddit post on this a while ago, but there are some like fruits have restrictions on what columns they can and cannot appear on, and they are specifically rolled by column. From my testing, I believe I believe the chances of hitting Socialite on Aatrox on stage 3 in the first fruit is something around 50%, if not higher. It's very high on Aatrox. Udyr might be closer to like 25 or 30 if I were to approximate it.
Okay.
But that's why everyone does an Aatrox. It is like almost, it is very likely to appear on Aatrox.
Okay. Related to that, like,
Mhm.
how strong is Socialite such that in other comps, like, I don't know, Star Guardian, if you get Swain Socialite, you're willing to just play him the whole game over, like Kobuko or something?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think Swain specifically is stronger for sure. Especially if you have items on Ari, you should for sure be playing Socialite Swain. I think that's the best setup you can have, but the reason why you don't see it so much is because it's actually rare. Like you could cycle through 4 or 5 Swains and not see it at all. Um, in terms of, yeah, it's just in if there's any comp where you have the unit that actually truly fits, it is worth playing in my opinion. I think it is not quite worth playing on Jace because Kabuko, they both give heavyweight, right? They both give one useful trait, but Kabuko gives 6%.
Mentor.
Yeah, yeah, it gives mentor. That mentor value approximates or is equal to about 150 HP of effective value, which is exactly what Socialite gives. So that's kind of equal on both ends. Like no fruit Kabuko and Socialite Jace. But the Jace does give yourself 12% damage amp, so I think it is technically better to put it on the Jace with Socialite, which is not that rare, if you have 3 separate carries on stage 4. The problem is that's pretty rare, so I at least evaluate it to be better on the Poppy, as long as it has like 3 items and such, compared to the Jace with Socialite. In a game of QOQ, I put it on the Jace because I thought it would be better on the Jace compared to a 1 item Poppy and a 1 item Poppy one at that. Yeah, and like it's
Okay.
different there because like all my backliners are doing damage and all my frontliners are tanky, so I evaluated to be better with specifically QOQ for Jace.
And in the case where you have, let's say, Swain, in the unlikely scenario, you have Swain Socialite, the implication is that you are going to use your fruit on a back, like your main carry backliner, not Poppy.
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, usually it would be a main carry backliner. The specific thing you'd be looking for is like ideal setup. You have Socialite on Swain and you have Sky Piercer on Jinx.
Okay. Okay, cool.
All right, so we've made our strongest board. One small thing to be one thing you could do here, especially if you know you're gonna fruit again. I think there's one AD matchup in rotation. I believe Spiky Shell should be better in the AD matchup, so you can literally wait until like you can like wait to see your matchup if you want to optimize it, and then take Spiky Shell if you get the AD matchup.
Okay. I was surprised I lost that. He
Yeah,
had no items.
me too.
Is
Yeah,
it because I messed up my Ezreal? I was trying to focus fire, and then I think my Syndra had to walk a bunch here.
no, I don't think that's why. Go back to the start of the fight just so I can see the board. Yeah, okay, so the reason why is they have 4 Star Guardians, they all get the Rel Shield, and your item on your 2-star isn't really a full item. It's like, it's basically as good as a half a item right now, I think.
Right,
So
because I don't have
you,
JG.
yeah, exactly. So you kind of got a half a item, and your front line is much worse. And your back
Okay.
line is worse as well, because they have Malzahar. Still very close.
Okay. Shadow Clone should have won that, I assume.
Shadow Clone would have won that, yeah.
Oh. Actually, I didn't even think about Void versus Arc. Um,
So you should make the combination here that makes 3 items if possible.
okay, yeah. Okay. That I want to say that's what I was thinking.
No. Yeah, well, usually it's just C arc slam arc, but arc is good. I think I prefer this combination. Yeah, I prefer this combination.
The alternative of leaving Rod open would be that I could still keep Yumi available.
This is Yumi is still available. You just have to get either if you play Yumi, you might have to hardfish or critical threat. Hope you get Water Lotus or hope you find a JG from somewhere.
Yeah. Okay.
But lead raw open. Yeah. You could kind of leave that open, I guess.
At this point, I feel like I'm just committing to Ryze, slam the Nasher.
Yep. Asher is good.
But now I think this guy just suddenly is contesting me.
That would be not very good. That would be the decision you would want to look at that before you slam your item.
The thing is, he didn't slam until this turn. He slammed at the start of this fight.
Oh, this guy's just a beast then. Yeah, nothing you can do about that one.
And he saw my items. He saw I'm in his matchup.
Wait, they can still play. Wait, they can still play Yumi. I think they're just holding the stuff on the bench for free, right? Like it just correct a whole
Yeah.
line. Like they might contest it, but like they shouldn't.
Yeah, well, Ashmu is playing Yumi, but Yumi should be a higher EV line for him anyway, right?
It should be, yeah.
Assuming they're both one-way contested.
Yep.
All right, here, none of these seem great.
Yeah.
I guess Silver Destiny is probably the best one, but could really fuck me. So probably not that either.
Oh, I would take Destiny of these 3, I think. Just keep in mind that 15
Okay.
gold is a pretty good augment here. So 4 gold plus a random silver augment, I'll just take.
Okay.
Like I think both restart mission and branching and Dumbify are not that bad from your spot. Like I'd be pretty happy to get both of those, I think.
Okay, and still stick with this line even though we know we could be contested.
I mean, yeah, basically, you're still like kind of open to both. I think you would just have to find critical threat on the Yumi or have to find a JG, but yeah, I mean, I think taking. I mean, I think taking the other one doesn't really significantly change what your line is because that's just mostly determined by what your items are, right? So, I think the line consideration's not that important when taking this augment here. I mean, there's like some minor differences, but for the most part, most of them run pretty similar good augments in the comp. So you just pick what the highest quality augment is of your options.
Okay. And given that I might be contested something, I just want more gold.
Yeah, I think that's fine. That's a good shot.
Mm-hmm.
It might not do anything yet. Yeah, so one thing I'll just point out for one thing that I'll just point out is a concept that I kind of honed in on a little bit ago, which is how your board is able to scale. You'll notice that your ability to fluidly improve your board based on Udyr and a Juggernaut is actually really low, right? Like there's not very many things that you can hit that meaningfully improve your board that don't require a very large number of different units to make it work. Does that make sense? So like
Yeah.
for like if you just consider if you are playing like Ryze in, right, you can play 4 Bastions, you can play any Star Guardian, you can play there's like you can play they can put Lux on the board, right? There's a lot of things that you can play that improve the board, but if your board is centralized around a Udyr, then it becomes much less likely that you can meaningfully improve your board with the natural shops that you see.
Okay.
Yeah,
So that even just goes back to my stage 2 decision to
yes,
play Udyr over the Bastions.
yes, exactly. Like even if the Udyr was technically a little bit stronger, on that board, I would still opt towards playing the board that makes it much more likely that we can scale our board well into stage 3.
Okay. And then what's your thought on the level and roll here?
Oh, I actually like it. I think it's a smart
Okay.
level roll because
And
you need
then I
very
did not
little.
find. Yeah.
You need very little gold to significantly improve your board. You do not find what here?
Or I did not find strongest board. I should have been playing probably the GP.
Yeah, GP is good.
How deep are you willing to roll here if I didn't hit the
One mentor.
Kobuko?
Oh, either
Like I
Kobuko
had how much?
or like
I had 44 gold at the start of level 7.
I think
Like
once you
rolled to
start
like
rolling,
32.
you're committing until you hit a Kabuko. I think you're committing until you hit a Kabuko, or your board is good. Like your board would have to be independently good, separate of the Kabuko. So it would have to be like you would probably need to get to like 1 or maybe 2 frontline upgrades if you didn't hit the Kabuko, plus like 3 Mighty Mechan is what you can play. I think. Like you roll
Okay.
when you roll, you're committing to rolling for like a decent board. I think this is like something that is like quite important to like alter about the way that you think about how you're rolling here. Um, there are some cases where you roll and you kind of just want to roll 1 or 2 times, but those cases should be like cases where you have 3 or 4 pairs, right? Especially on 3-2. You have 3 or 4 pairs. You're expected to hit a good improvement in like 2 or 3 rolls, right? But after you roll 2 or 3 times, obviously the interest breakpoint pressure becomes larger because you're lower gold. But even at that point, you're probably still supposed to roll more until you get to what you were looking for originally. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So like after you level and roll here, I would be unwilling to stop until I was quite confident my board would win the next round.
In hindsight here, I should probably take Sky Piercer, right?
Yeah, it's Sky Piercer.
I took Ice Bender.
Yeah, that one's not right. That one's incorrect. The reason why,
Okay. If I
I'll
had
tell you the
Void
reason
Staff,
why.
it would be Ice Bender.
No,
or not even.
If you had voice staff, I would take Keen Eye. The reason why, okay, I'm pretty sure this is not 100% confirmed, but I believe if you take Icebender, you lose. This is not to say it's terrible. It still is okay, but you lose the last tick of his damage, so it doesn't actually do exactly what it says. Like his damage comes in ticks, right? I think you lose the last tick based on some recordings that I've seen. So I would just prio this under. I would prio this under Keen Eye with Shred is the useful thing. I would prio it under Keen Eye with Shred, and I'd prio it under Efficient as well. And Stormbender, yeah.
Why do you think everyone prios Icebender so high then?
Because it sounds good and it looks cool. But if you didn't lose the last tick, I like it's a multiplicative like -8 or 9% damage down. So that's pretty bad.
Okay. I was talking with Marcel. He was saying he would never take Efficient with Archangel because the first cast is still at 0 stacks.
Well, I don't know about the word never, but never. I mean, there are some things that he would take.
Okay,
I mean,
yeah, not never.
It just changes the
general.
Yeah, he would think it's quite bad. Yeah, I just generally like I like Stormbender. I like Sky Piercer, Stormbender, Keen Eye. It's like in my mind it goes like Sky Piercer no shred, Keen Eye no shred, Stormbender with shred, and then Keen Eye with shred is what I would classify it as. So I think like if you have a shred, the best ones you can get are Stormbender and Keen Eye, and if you don't have shred, I think the best ones you can get are Sky Piercer, Keen Eye, and then Stormbender.
If you do have Shred and you have the option between Stormbender and Keen Eye, then which one?
I would take Stormbender. It's a little bit matchup dependent, but I would in general take Stormbender.
Yeah, like most people don't have a declaw, right?
Uh yeah, like Kenai is better against Declaw, but even Stormbender is actually decent against Declaw because what it does is the Storm just starts wandering around and it can start one-shotting backline units. And people often undervalue the value of like just killing random backline units because they A don't have to hit them later, and B nuking their damage is actually a pretty good thing to do.
Okay. The other thing I was thinking about is because I played a game where I got snipers. If you have snipers, does Killer Instinct make sense on Ryze?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, that was the one I forgot. I think Killer is up there as well as like one of the better ones you can take. I think Killer is better than Icebender is the important thing. Like Killer Fishbones
Oh,
is
okay.
broken. Killer Snipers is probably pretty good. It gives you +2 range. If you do that, you would I think you would third. I need to look at a little chart again, but I think you would third row the Ryze on the same side as their carry.
Third row Ryze. Without any other range, or with range extension, or with no range extension?
Only with snipers. If you have
Okay.
if you have Killer without any range extension, you can put the Ryze in the second row in some matchups that are difficult, and then you can try to hit their carry first. Like if their Yumi board is a lot better than yours, than your board, you can try to kill the Yumi first on the same side. It's like kind of dark tech, but yeah, you don't do it very often.
Second row would not. If you
It's in
second
range.
row your Ryze, it is in range.
Yeah,
What?
I actually couldn't. Yeah, it's in range. The reason why is because ranged units don't actually have exactly 4 range. I think it's a lot
What?
closer to 4.5. So like if you've
And
ever
that's
like
true on both sides.
I think so, yeah. Like the useful like we can't do it now, but the useful thing to do would be like to take a backline unit, put it in the corner
Uh-huh.
and then hover their range. It looks like what you would expect their range to be. It looks a lot more like 4.5 than 4 is what I'll say.
Huh.
Like I know
Okay.
for a fact this can ult the backline.
What the?
I also know for a
Okay, so
fact
then,
like yeah.
I mean, isn't that the best fruit then?
Killer.
Like,
The thing is, it's quite dangerous to be in that hex. Like in that hex, you're like in kind of like a standoff against Yumi because I think it can splash onto you. Um,
oh,
so and then also like if you run into the Ryze mirror, you do not want your Ryze to be there. If you run into Kaisa, you don't want your Ryze to be there. If you run into Jin, if you run into if you run into Jin and I mean, Jin is like actually kind of fine. Jin's the one like you're not super scared of because there's not very much CC on that board.
okay. And Yumi's usually the toughest matchup for this board anyway, right? I feel like
Yeah,
Ash been able to like take care of Ash pretty easily with this board.
yeah, I think that's about fair.
Okay, so then Killer Instinct's not good on this. Okay. I guess on this specific matchup, the Leona Yumi matchup, Kenai is pretty good, so you can get through the
Yep.
tank faster.
Yeah, Kenai's good and Stormbender's good as well because you can often, especially if they don't have 5 Prodigy, just kill the Yumi with your random damage.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The last thing I'll say is that Killer Instinct is quite a bit better in very low mana generation builds. So if you're on like Void Rab Guard, or like Void Rab Arc or something like that, like your mana generation is pretty low, which makes the Killer
Uh-huh.
Instinct better. Like the main value, like there's 2 points of the Killer Instinct. A, killing like the shitter tanks is a lot better than hitting the main tank, and then the 3 mana generation is good. That's it.
Okay.
Cool.
I kind of want to look at this last tick thing. Wait, so you're saying every cast last tick is
Yeah, every cast.
removed?
I'm saying every cast last tick, the damage fizzles.
Oh, wow. Okay.
There's
All
just
right.
2 young wild freeze. Okay.
Yeah. Given that I have no components or no open components, sword for like Senna, items or vest for like Vow or Edge of Night?
Yeah, I like sword. I think ideally this comp you have no tank items for your first 6.
Right. So now what?
You take sword.
Oh no, someone took sword.
Oh, it's gone.
Vest or belt?
Belt is cool.
You're hoping for Guardbreaker?
You're hoping for Guardbreaker, or it's also $2 more. And you're hoping for Guardbreaker or like Morello move guard is fine too.
Oh, you're willing to build Morello in this comp even though Udyr has the anti-heal?
I am willing to. It's like kind of a backup option, but I am willing to because that thing instantly disappears the moment Udyr dies. I don't prioritize it, to be clear, but it's an option for what you can build. But yeah, like you're hoping for Guardbreaker or yeah, all the other things kind of suck, honestly. Yeah, I mean, this is only. I don't even think Vow is that good. Like, I think you're hoping for Eon, but you're hoping for Eon on like a melee carry, like Yasuo or something.
Right. Okay.
And like, if the belt doesn't work out, you got a Reforger, which actually matters a bit. To get out of the chain, or get out of the belt on the more expensive unit.
And then given the whole thing where if you don't have another anti-heal source, it seems to make sense to like move Udyr back from the front line so he just doesn't insta-die.
Yeah, like if you have like usually this comp has 7 units in the front line. I am perfectly happy putting Udyr as like the second row unit, especially if my socialites only cover 2 of the hexes in the front. One minor thing I'll say is when do you begin to think, or sorry, yeah, do you know where you're supposed to position your Kabuko?
Third from left to right.
Yeah, okay.
I probably was not doing that correctly.
It's all good as long as you know.
I think I eventually got there. Okay, there, I got there.
Yeah. I like Jarvan outside. Like, his detection range is pretty wide, and he's the one that you want getting hit first.
Okay. How much do you care about Akali getting to backline?
Not at all. That unit is useless.
Okay. So here, are we rolling more to find a copy of Udyr and then selling it, or are we willing to burn a fruit remover?
It depends a little bit. Are you happy with Icebender? If in your mind you're happy with Icebender, and you don't hit, yeah, if you're happy with Icebender, you can just remove her and then dig. You can just remove her off the Udyr. If you're not happy with Icebender, you probably want to sell the Udyr because that gives you 1 more fruit remover, right?
Okay, so then would first step be, because if I get a tier, then Void Staff I don't need. Then I might be okay with, or I guess what we're saying either way is I should not be playing Icebender, but let's say I had Sky Piercer here, and the order of operations would then be to reforge first to see if I can get a Void Staff. Mm-hmm. And then if not, then I would prioritize the remover more.
Yeah, and usually you won't find a Void Staff here, right? So
right. Okay. So assuming I'm not happy with this, then I should sell the Udyr. But actually, I should first find another copy of Udyr.
Yeah.
Because they're actually like
there's a lot of Udyrs sometimes.
Okay. Oh, I assume we don't go for Senna 3 right now, like before we have Ryze 2.
I agree. B, I actually am not at all sure you're supposed to 4-1 it here.
Oh.
Like, do you know that you're contested for sure? For sure.
Yeah, this guy already hit Ryze 2.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter then if we 4-1 or 4-2 then, right? Like he's already got it. Yeah. Then we actually should like what is actually important? The important ones are Udyr too. I mean, if you know you can't find Udyr, it's kind of Yeah.
There's like 3 Udyr players in this lobby,
Yeah.
besides me, I think.
Yeah,
At least 2.
yeah, honestly, the role here is fine. It's just that you will be able to feel, because I don't think you're really low rolling very much, right? You're just feeling that you're actually low on gold, because like this spot is like you're deceptively high gold because you can't sell anything off your board, right? So you're true 50 gold. Like a lot of the time you're like 40 something, but you can sell like maybe 15 gold off your board, and you're like 55 or 58. Here you're like actually 50 gold here.
Okay, so you're willing to wait till 4-2 so I can save like this 2 gold, or are you willing to wait till like 4-5?
No, you would not 4-5 it here. It'd be like 4-2, and then you're up 9 gold, right? Maybe 10. From you would lose one more probably, right? You would lose one more. You get 5 from interest, and you get four from the XP.
Okay, yeah.
Like that's
Okay,
like the
I should wait one more turn.
conservative, like that's like the conservative stable play, I think. Yeah.
And that's mainly because this guy already hit Ryze 2. If I knew he did not hit Ryze 2 yet, then it would make sense to roll.
Honestly, one way contested. If you know for sure you're exactly one way contested, I'm pretty happy waiting to 4-2 anyways. Especially if that guy doesn't have very much gold, then it becomes less and less important. Because if they send it on 4-1 and they hit one Ryze, you're probably supposed to roll on 4-2 anyways. Because the thing is, you also need the gold capacity to hit all your other things, right? I've actually seen people play this comp in a way such that they well, that's this is more so true if they come from a board that had Lucian and GP on them. But I've seen people play this comp in a way such that they are holding the entire mentor board as well as GP Lucian Karma in case they hit a Yone. Because in that situation, it's very, very plus EV to just instantly opt into playing mech. And then play like something like Karma as your primary carry, for example. And but you can
Okay,
only
so I should
do
be
that.
hold.
You can only do that if you have a large enough fountain of gold. So for example, I think I saw a Darth Nub in the tournament. He had like on 4-2 like maybe 34 plus some board units to roll on 4-2, and he elected, and like you're kind of close to that amount of gold, and he elected to wait until 4-5, and then he flexed in on 4-5. He rolled, flexed into 7 mech, and then rolled until he hit a 2-star carry, found the Ryze 2, and pivoted back into 4 mentor, and that guaranteed him to have like the strongest board from 4-5, 4-6, 5-1, 5-2, and 5-3 compared to if he just like sent it on 4-2 for like Ryze, for example. Because
Okay.
what will happen is that this is like rather complicated, and you can choose to either do this or not do this as part of your strategy in the tournament. But if you were to do it, you want to practice it at least 1 or 2 times. If you have enough gold, you can actually hold all the stuff, and to have you can hold all the stuff for much longer compared to if you're doing like a roll down on less gold, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Like so here you
So
realize that you have to start selling things. What were you gonna say?
in the scenario that I'm flexing the 7 mech angle, if you hit like Karma 2 and just Ryze 1, I don't. I might have watched that game that you're talking about with Dark Nub. I forget off the top of my head what happened, but did he hit like Karma 2
He
and
never
then
hit
still
Karma 2.
pivoted into Ryze?
No, he
Oh,
never.
okay.
He was flat. He was, if he hit Karma 2, he probably would have not played around.
Just stayed.
He would have sold the mentors. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha. What do you think is the overall power level between hitting like the full board for the mentor board versus the 7 mech board?
It depends kind of on the number of items that you have. So like, if you have, if you're up items here, like if you're up a lot of items, I think the mentor board is a little bit better. If
Mhm.
you have fewer items, then I think the mech board is better. Just because like, as a proportion of how good your board is, the mech matters a lot more if you have fewer items.
Right. Okay. That makes sense.
Like if you have 3.5 full sets of items, I think the mentor board is probably better. But we have like 2.5, right? Or sorry, we have 1.5, not 2.5. I meant to say 2.5. If you have like, if you're about to get like 8 full items compared to 5 full items, I think the mentor board can be better.
Okay. And then I should reforge vest.
Yeah, probably best.
Yeah, I forgot I could move the guard breaker off of Ryze.
Yeah.
And I should probably sell the Cenapair or no?
Yeah, you should sell Center Pair. You're going to have some, because also like if you the other thing on like 4-2ing it, the other factor is your HP, right? Like how willing are you to, because you're supposed to try to buy a life here, right? You're always, it's almost always not, it's okay, not almost though. It's typically not a gold profit to roll early, but you're trying to get a life profit. And if you have like 84, like if you're on 30 HP, you're more incentivized to 4-1 compared to 4-2 it, even on like similar amounts of gold.
Right. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So now I'm just to go for Senna. Although the problem is I don't have items for Senna.
Oh, it's okay. This thing is 19 gold. I like 19
Yeah.
gold in your spot because
Okay.
you're gonna have some trouble without 19 gold. You're gonna have a lot of trouble without 19 gold, in fact.
Is Golden Guillotine into Ryze from early game good? Like
Uh
if you're playing around, I don't even know what you would need to play with. Like you're
it'd be
playing
cat 2.
around
It'd be cat 2.
Shojin Callista 2.
Oh no, I think it'd be cat 2 with AP items.
Oh,
It's like,
Cat 2 with AP items.
I don't think that's good. I might be
Okay.
mistaken. I never thought I would be. It never even occurred to me that that would be a line, but it's something it's something to consider. I think it's not good.
Okay. Okay. So we're just taking heroic here.
Yeah. Right. That's good.
Okay, and items. Uh Another Nasher and move Guardbreaker.
That's fine.
Okay,
That,
I did not get there.
I think you can also make you can also make oh, you can make Sterak's Titans on the Yasuo, I guess, but that's like very bad. Sterak's there, sure, that one's fine. Ideally, you would make 2 items, because this doesn't seem like the play
Yeah.
for first kind of spot in my eyes.
Picking that vest really fucked me.
Yeah, if you had what? If you had what? Belt. You have
Yeah.
Morello Nasher, which is also not great. Oh wait, no, it wouldn't. It would be. Oh, you would have Nasher Sterax. That one's not, like, not even. I mean, it's not that good. Or you would have like Warmogs. You would have like Warmogs GS, which would be pretty, which would be fine in my opinion as well.
Okay. Do you like the Sterak on Yasuo better here? Because
I think so.
I guess I have enough removers.
Yeah, I think it's better on Yasuo.
Okay.
In terms of strength, like Yasuo is like, I think on grounds with Senna as well.
Okay. And then here I just want void stuff.
Uh huh.
This comp seems really strong in stage 4 if you hit.
Yep. Like Ryze 2 is very good. Ryze 1 is even very good, and Socialite's very good. Earlier into the game. Like if you had Stormbender here, there's a good chance it like wanders into the corner and just kills the Yumi, because you were close to killing it, right?
Yeah. Okay.
This is a visual
Also,
bug. You need a bench and unbench the socialite unit, or any unit actually.
oh, okay. I was like, what happened? All
If you
right.
start right clicking the units, you'll notice that
Do you know what triggers that? Is it because I put socialite into like a hex that already had socialite?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I just know benching and unbenching fixes it.
All right. Item wise, DB or Vow Edge of Night?
Yeah, I think Vow Edge Knight's pretty good.
Okay.
Like you can make Shojin Bramble, you can make Garg Shojin, Garg DB, like any of those I think are fine. I think your combination is good.
Okay.
And then your next item is a send item and move Sterex off.
By the way, for positioning here, are you putting this Jarvan like here and the mech here?
That's a good question. So I have a few how do I describe it? Okay. My default positioning is I will always have socialite marking the left 3 hexes and the right 3 hexes. What I will typically do is my Kabuko and Akali are taking up the hexes 3 from the right, and then I usually want the Jarvan or the mech on the side. And I want Yasuo on the same side as their carry. So here, I would do like I'd be scouting my matchups and trying to position specifically for 2 out of 3, right? So like if the right side is your 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 3, I would do Jarvan far right, Yasuo next to Jarvan, Kabuko where he is, probably nothing in the center, Akali there, and then like mech far left, and then Udyr 2 from the left, and then Aatrox wherever he has to mark socialite.
Okay.
And then if Aatrox,
as far as your,
I was gonna say if Aatrox has to be in the front row, then Udyr would go into the second row, or the center. Both are okay. Depends if you have the center marked.
okay. And then as far as the backline positioning, do you want to be same side enemy carry or opposite side?
Ryze wants to be same side. Senna wants to be opposite side. Ryze will shoot like through one side and then into the back sometimes, and Senna shoots across.
Oh, so you're positioning them opposite corners?
Yes, I like to do Senna. Well, not always, but like sometimes you hedge for some complicated things. But usually, yeah, ideally, I put Senna 3 from the left. Like so, if I saw this in my matchup, I would put like, assuming the Jarvan was far right, so the right side's not too weak. I would put Ryze far right and then Senna 3 from the left. I quite like Senna in those 2 hexes.
Oh, because you can go this way?
Yeah, you can go this way. Your like center shots are a little bit better. You're more likely to be hitting a similar like if you shoot left, you're also shooting into like a backline unit too, right? Like if that's the case, which is like pretty common, right? It's pretty common for people to position something like that, right? Where like the Yumi's on the right, maybe the Malzahar's on the left, or like Cinder's on the left. Like killing those back units are like free damage with Senna, right?
Yeah. So why here or here versus middle? And middle stats look horrible.
The reason why is because when Senna shoots straight forward, like she likes to she has pretty smart targeting, right? So she'll actually lean the laser herself slightly left or slightly right to hit more units. So like if she's third from the left, like take a look there, she can like she doesn't actually shoot. She'll be targeting Udyr, right? She might not be able to hit the Ashe with her beam, but she can hit like that. Yeah. If there's more units in that row or in that line, she'll just hit more units like that. Whereas in the center, it's less likely to hit more of the units in the back.
Okay. Okay, so you're always doing Senna here.
Yeah.
Okay. Unless they have solo frontline. If they have solo frontline, then it makes sense to go here.
Yeah. Solo frontline makes sense to shoot into opposite corner. However, I will say that Yeah, opposite corner is a little bit better than 3 from left to right. But 3 from left to right is okay into solo frontline.
Okay, because the stats look better in the corner.
Yeah, the stats like the corner. Yeah,
or
no,
even second from left.
Yeah, no, that one's fair. I don't know exactly why the stats say that. Yeah, I don't know. I found this to be slightly better in my experience.
Like I've always thought like focus fire makes sense, but I guess you're saying being able to hit more units, especially getting backline access, is probably more important than the focus fire.
Yeah. Basically, that is the concept behind it. This board does a lot of damage to a lot of units at the same time, and I find that this also gives you the highest chance of like basically doing the most total damage output and steamrolling their entire board, pretty much, where you can get to a spot where you can like kill their carry more quickly.
Okay, so if I know that this is the way this opponent is positioning, the optimal positioning would probably be what, Senna here to try to go across?
No, well, if you know they're exactly like this, you put Senna second from the right and Ryze all the way to the right and Jarvan all the way to the right. If you know they're positioning exactly like this, because there's nothing.
Ryze
Because
all the way
this
to the right, Senna.
yeah, because on the left, like if you put Senna three from the left, you're hedging that they've got like a few like weak backline units for you to hit and kill on the left, right? Is like the value of it, right? Like killing random Ezreal, random Syndra, random whatever in the back is useful, but there's only Kai'Sa, right? So the only hexes that hit Kai'Sa are the far right and one from the far right in this spot.
Okay.
So if you knew it was exactly like this, yeah.
And then Jarvan here. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. And I should move Udyr back because he's 1-star so that his anti-heal can last longer.
Udyr center is fine. I think it's pretty rare that he gets targeted in the center.
Okay.
Or that he dies within the center. Like I think it's slightly better to pull him one back, yeah. If you're on Udyr 1.
So is there a more optimal positioning for this fight? Senna here, or
Senna
actually solo frontline corner. Okay.
Senna left corner would win this one.
So you're totally fine putting Jarvan on the outside.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm like over prioritizing putting Jarvan in the middle so that he can find largest clump.
I think Jarvan can usually find largest clump anyways, and it's more important that he tanks. Because like you're noticing, like so he both casts faster, and he's tanking for the units that deal more damage and have more utility. After the Jarvan casts once, he basically doesn't do anything for the rest of the fight.
Okay.
So like here it's kind of bad that your mech and like your other frontline units are taking damage first before your Jarvan. And your Jarvan, like he also kind of likes to jump away and then stop tanking. And then if you notice this fight, I think 3 of your frontline units died and then started getting your Ryze hit before Jarvan even lost his whole health bar.
Right. Okay, so that's another reason. So you want Jarvan to be outside, same side enemy carry.
Yeah.
Okay.
And even if it's opposite side, as long as your Ryze is behind the Jarvan, which it usually should be, the Ryze will just chew through the frontline units so they can walk around and get good targeting anyways.
Okay.
Like so, like if for some reason your Ryze and Jarvan were both right side, your Ryze just like kills the right 2 units, and then your Jarvan wasn't gonna ult the cog here anyways, right? So it would ult like the middle 4 units, which would be pretty high value here.
Okay. And then optimal placement, if I knew my opponent was positioned this way, would be Ryze here, Senna here.
Yes. Yeah.
Try to go to here.
Yeah. Ryze there, Senna there, Kabuko where Akali is, and then Jarvan far left. Jarvan far left. You would do some kind of like you could do some kind of cheese where you put the Yasuo like second row behind your Jarvan so that he wraps around and walks right up to the cog. Yeah, that's what you would try to do if you knew exactly how they were positioned like this.
Okay. And then here, I can find Jarvan item, or I can move Sterak off.
Yep.
And find a better item here.
Yep. I would
So
just take a second
Vow
Vow.
or GS.
Yeah, I think second. You would just take second Vow.
Vow over GS.
Yep.
Okay.
Because the item's a little bit too good on this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually don't know if that one's a visual bug or not. I'll tell you. I mean, you don't have to do it this way. I'll tell you the way I do my Aatrox hexes. It's just, if you want to pull the team planner, it's I the first turn I get it, I always do C2.
Here?
You know, third row yeah, there. And then I believe you either do A2 next or A3. I like A2. You do A2.
See, how do I'm gonna use the order of the components as my so I can remember. A2 and then
and then I do A6. Then D6. And then D2.
Oh, yeah,
that's right. I like to do this.
You don't do center?
I do center last because I think that has the least utility. Because like you want to add, so you do this and then you can swap like then you do 1, 2, 3, or 5, or sometimes you just don't even do center. Like that one to me is optional because I just don't think that hex is very useful. You can gain, because you can just put like, what's the unit? Oh, yeah, I know why. Because like in this comp, there's 7 frontline units, right? I'm just pretty happy putting the Udyr in like B2 or B5. Like I don't really care if it's there.
I see.
Okay. Like I don't mind that. It'd be a little bit better to put it on A4 or like B3, but that's not high priority to me. And like I'm not perfect. I've forgotten to move it once. And if you're on a perfect 5 hex cycle, then you're gonna have to skip the middle at some point to make sure you have coverage of everything. Whereas if you're on a 4 hex cycle, then like if you make a mistake one turn, you can still keep 100% uptime.
Right. Why here as
First,
opposed
because
to...
you want to win the round, right? So usually that's on 3-6.
Oh, you want everyone.
Right? Yeah. That's why. That's my mic. Oops. Anyways, you want it there to be able to give your buff to your whole team, right? Because that's 7 full hexes.
Yeah. Okay.
So you just clump everything in the corner because the buff is very good.
Okay, that makes sense. And I assume I just lose out to that guy because he hit Lee too.
Yep.
All right. I think the rest of this game is pretty, like, not much else for me to do.
Yeah, so the big thing this game, like, actually, the thing that most affects your placement is kind of the decision on... No, not even... The 2-1 doesn't even matter. It doesn't really affect your placement.
It's the 2-3. And the...
Yes, that's the main... Like, you could have played significantly better almost everywhere. Okay, maybe not almost everywhere, but that has... Like, the difference between you winning the game and going, like playing for, like, 3, 4, 5 is exactly that decision on that turn.
Okay, this turn specifically.
Yes.
Playing the Shins, Lux, and leveling.
Yeah.
And I actually think Ashmu ended up full streaking. Did I lose to Ashmu? Or no, I lost to someone else. Never mind. Okay. All right. So other takeaways. So this one's the big one. Other takeaways is Shadow Clone over Rising Chaos. Another one is the Ryze fruit doing not picking Icebender and then prioritizing Storm Bender if I have Shred. Not rolling down on 4-1. Waiting until 4-2 so I have significantly more gold, and also giving myself more outs as far as playing 7 mech.
Yep.
And then a bunch of positioning stuff with Ryze and Senna opposite, or like basically trying to prioritize for my opponents when it makes sense. Any other major takeaways?
I think those are the big ones. Yeah, and then like the Reforge on 2-1.
Oh yeah, Reforge on 2-1. Yeah.
Like Reforge, like don't be afraid. Like especially if you got the Anvil. The Anvil's like super duper giga OP for like one like a 2-1 Reforge. Is like the thing to like strike your mind. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I ended up with like a shit item.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Cool.
Shall we do the training?
Yeah, I'm gonna quickly head to the restroom real quick, and then we'll do the training. Sound good?
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the restroom too.
All right, sounds good. Put Wajin's stream on briefly, or someone's stream.
Sold Rakan. I think he's Star Guardian. That means I should go play Prodigies. Still Cannon pair. I already have upgraded Frontline. That's pretty nice. I feel like round 2 is so bad now. I could do it anyways, think over Warlogs. Do I need to remove her to be anyone? I don't think so, but I mean, I'm probably doing it on 3-1 anyways. Remove the power up in the Archangel and move on to RE.
Alright, what's going on in this game? Another 2.0 new. Oh, you're back. Alright, cool.
By the way, the stats for this Mentor Ryze comp have been like getting significantly better every day. Like, do you feel like I should just try to angle this more during tournament? Because I feel like Yuumi is going to be very contested.
I think the reason
like
it's
the
going
AVP
up,
has been getting better as the pick rate has been going up because people are probably figuring out Socialite.
it's literally just Socialite. Yeah. I don't know. I can't give you a concrete answer on that one because I have as good as guess on as anyone on what people are going to be playing in the comp or in the tournament. I would not. I don't think there's a single player that does even a little bit of research that would not come to the same conclusion as you. Like I think people could conclude something. So not sure.
Also, why is Ryze's pick rate higher than Yuumi?
Oh,
I guess Ryze is played with.
It's played with
Mentor
Kaisa. It's played with Kaisa. It's played on the fast 9 board. If you can make it there, kind of. If you make it to 10, you play it. What else plays it? Okay, like Cat plays it, which is not that low, but like it's something, right? Like Cat almost always gets to Ryze, and the pick rate's like 0.13, which is not nothing. I think that's about all that I can think of. What rank is this?
Okay, this is GM Plus.
Yeah, that sounds about right. If you're curious, you can click on the unit and then look at like what are its buddies, like what units it's played with. Units. Yeah, so Aatrox. This comp is just quite. Wait, cause yeah, that one's fast 9. That one's Kaisa. And regular crew, I guess.
Okay, I feel like nobody plays regular crew, right?
It's regular crew and Cog reroll, but.
Oh, Cog. Wait, Cog?
Yeah, I think.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Cog plays on the
all
lane.
the protector.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And Nico Hero and 7 Mech. Yeah. So it just played like it just has some play rate in like a bunch of different comps.
Oh, I didn't. Some of these are not grabbing all of them. All right. I think this one has. She should have everyone's data. I'm gonna start with Ironbog.
Sure. Wow, this
Okay.
tool is incredible. Anyways.
Thanks. By the way, if you have any other feature requests for our future coaching sessions,
Sure,
at least
sure.
for now, before I make it public.
Yeah.
Oh, I also added a results link so we can quickly see like what final placement they had.
Yeah. That's super cool.
Ideally, later I can add that to just Elo here, and then last 20 like to see how good of a meta read they have.
Yeah.
Okay. So Malphite. Oh, maybe related to this, I can first go through my meta like unit hold tier list.
Sure. Yeah. Do you have success playing Fast 9?
Not that much success. I feel like I've attempted it so many times and failed hard that now I'm thinking I kind of need. It's almost like you need. I think what I'm realizing is that Gnar Golden Edge with Rageblade isn't even as good maybe as having Gnar Golden Edge with like a bunch of tank items with like a Malphite 2. Is that right? Because I get Rageblade and then like my frontline just dies and like he's not generating stats.
Yeah, I mean you need to be willing to play like any frontline, right? I think the Rageblade is good. It's just I don't know, maybe you're selling too often, maybe you're not exactly picking the right augments, perhaps. I'm not sure. All I know is that like these French players, Rageblade, Gnar's Golden Edge, and like Wasian's Golden Gnar, that they don't their success rate is a lot higher, and it has to do with something that they do, which I don't precisely know what it exactly is.
Yeah, and Ironbog pulls it off like every time too.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you feel about this? I feel like I kind of want to be prioritizing these higher if I'm going to play Ryze more.
Yeah, I think I agree with Malphite being there. I don't even know if I agree with Gnar being there, because you need like the situations where you can actually play Ashe are the situations where you're guaranteed to get the good items.
Yeah.
This seems pretty good. I don't even know if this seems pretty good.
And actually, if I'm playing around Aatrox to Ryze, I should probably be holding Zax too then.
Yeah, like I actually consider. I mean, you have the problem of like, well, everything's S tier. But like you can have this however you like. I think if I were to make the tier list myself, I think my true good holds are like Malphite, Syndra, Rel only, and then everything's down a little bit, because you don't even really need to play like especially if Garen's 1-star, the 2-cost passions are better than Garen. I don't think 3BA is very good mid game unless you're carrying Ezreal too. In that case, it's fairly good, but that's kind of rare because it's just kind of hard to hit the 3-piece and to have that guy upgraded. It's like if you just think about it, right? Like 2-star Guardian is basically as strong as 3BA, and it's probably even a little bit stronger, and it's easier to hit, right? So I prefer those units. I also think Rel is slightly stronger on stage 2 than Garen. I think Syndra is actually debatable strength compared to Ezreal, but that guy's a lot harder to get a good board for. So you're more likely to get a better Syndra board. And then the boards that center around Star Guardians are also easier to scale. Like if you look at some like round win rate stuff, by round, I'm pretty sure if you directly compare Xin, I think the last time I checked, the Xayah is better than the Ezreal. Or I mean the Malzahar is very good. Not the case. Oh, that's close. Is it close? It's lower. All right. Well, the last time I looked, it was better, but it's definitely comparable. And I think I think the higher one might include more Garen 2s than like Shen 1s, which would change, and like Ezreal 2s. Okay. Here's my conclusion from this is if those two are close, for sure, if you have neither upgraded, it's supposed to be Xayah Shen or like Xayah Xin over like 1-star Ezreal, 1-star Garen, in my opinion. Because
Okay.
it's way that one has 2 costs and it's way harder to upgrade them.
Okay, and so you're not valuing the Prodigy that much early game?
I it's not that I'm not valuing it much. I think the Xayah buff is almost as good, or like it's almost as good, if not as good damage wise.
Okay. Okay. Otherwise, this looks reasonable.
Yeah, that looks reasonable.
Okay.
I might put Kallistan. It's not that bad, but yeah, Kale is like a never hold.
Yeah.
That looks pretty reasonable.
Okay. And then 2 costs. Whoa, why is it glitching?
I don't like Mundo nearly as much as you do. I think only with Gnar. It's like only with Gnar, which I assume was your intent here. Gee,
Yeah.
I don't. Is Lux that?
But
weird? Okay, so like there's
Lux is only if you have 4 Soul Fighter, right?
I think if you value Lucian, Lux should be higher. I think Lux is like the best. So other than Swain, is the best sword you can play with Lucian. I think so. If you're like 3 mech, I think Lux is very often the best unit you can play. It's better than Kennen 1 for sure. Kennen 2 is probably better, but it's better than Kennen 1.
So you're really valuing the shred value?
I mean, the unit just does a lot of damage without any items, and shred.
Okay.
Like the shred is also good. Like though it's like a 2-in-1.
Okay.
In terms of your 2 cost, yeah, you can play around Kaisa and Jin. Jin is actually like the funny thing is like Jin is actually not that much of a signal to play Jin. Like Malphites are more important. I like the Kabuko there. That's strong. Xayah, I wouldn't even place a heavy end because do you like Xayah Rakan as a comp? Like, does it work out?
No, I'm mainly thinking about this if I have like Rage Blade Kraken into Jinx.
I think Gnar. I think Gnar is better than that.
Guardian.
I think I think I think Xayah is like not even that strong for that purpose. Like I wouldn't consider it.
Okay.
Like I don't think it's like Kabuko. Like Kabuko genuinely makes your board a lot better.
Yeah.
I personally like if I were to do the list, I would put Xin Zhao higher because I think that guy if I think the best opener is if I think the strongest opener is Cinderella, I think the strongest Bastion that you can play is Xin Zhao. I think Garen 2 is better than Xin Zhao. I think Xin Zhao is better than both of the other ones, 1-star. I think it's better than 1-star Garen and 1-star Shen. I think what else? Janna's okay with Kennen. You have those there for Crystal, right? I think Crystal is actually fairly reasonable. You can Crystal into you kind of want to just Crystal into hopefully the uncontested AP comp. I think Yuumi is better for Crystal because it has a much more stable stage 4 and 5. Katarina.
So are you?
Yeah.
Are you intentionally trying to play 3 Crystal when you can to go into Yuumi?
No, not really. I think
it's more like you have literally no other direction and you happen to get dropped 3 Crystal.
Yeah. If you have 3 Crystal and your board isn't good, you just play the Crystal. But you do need to meet the condition of your board isn't good.
Right. So you're not going out of your way to hold these at the cost of better units.
No. Especially if my opener looks promising, yeah. Like they're like pretty good holds for like your secondary line, right? Because if you're good, if your strong opener doesn't end up very strong, or for some reason the lobby ends up really strong, then you can opt into playing Crystal. Like sometimes how like you hold your best opener, and then you kind of got like some scraps on the side. They're quite good as the scraps, you know what I mean? Like if you got like 3-4 gold to hold them, I'm pretty happy holding those units as like the 3-4 gold. But it's kind of rare that that's the case.
Okay.
For Cat, what I do is I just check to see if I hit Trickster. I think okay. There's 2 things for Cat. I'll tell you what I believe in Cat. 1, if you hit Trickster, that unit is very good. So if you hit Trickster, you never build Eon, and then you always position everything backline except for the Cat, who you can put either second row and then in B3 or B4. I have not experimented with third row. I just do second row. That you back row everything, and you put that to target to bias jumping into the right side, because when she jumps from Trickster, she dashes to the farthest unit on the entire board. So that biases top right, and then cat on B4, even B5 biases the other corner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you basically go either here or here.
Uh,
Why not just here?
The reason why is because if possible, I like it for their front line to walk a little bit forward so that it's marginally more likely that their front line, like it doesn't matter that their front line is here, it makes it marginally more likely that their back line will be the farthest thing away from your cat, especially because she likes to jump kind of behind them. So there are like weird situations where she like dashes to the left and then jumps to the right after Trickster procs. On like if their front line is kind of wide. So and there's like no downside to it. So I quite like cat in being in here. Yeah.
You're saying there's scenarios where it'll jump like here?
There's scenarios where like after her first cast, like she can move around after her first cast, right? Like she doesn't always proc Trister before her first cast, and her first cast can literally
she,
end
like,
her up on the
here.
left. Yeah, like there or like
or here.
Yeah, like there. Then she just
and then
goes
she jumps
to the right.
here.
Yeah, and that's kind of bad. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, makes sense. And so then if you have Trickster, no Eon, then you're building like
You built like
Guard Hodge.
one healing
and
item,
then-
a guard, and then another damage item. Yeah, or another healing is technically okay. But like I think
like
another
BT,
damage,
Death Cap.
like no BT. Yeah, Death Cap's good. Nasher's good. Second Hodge is fine. Yeah, those are the main ones.
Okay.
I think Nasher's is actually pretty good on this unit on this patch.
Okay.
Nasher, like Nasher Hodge, Death Cap, something like that. Yeah.
Okay. These are like third items.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then if I miss trick, okay, there's a way you can play it. You have to know the unstoppable positioning tech. Basically, what the tech is the tech is you full like Red Sea or you Moses, so like full left, full right, and then what you do is the important thing, in fact, that I did not know, is I'm pretty sure it's actually important. You have no units behind the Rakan and cat side. The cat will be top left, and the Rakan needs to have unstoppable and needs to go directly behind the cat.
Wait, hold on. This is the scenario where you do not have Trickster.
Yes, when you do not have Trickster.
Okay, so this is when you don't have Trickster, the best fruit is Dark Amulet, Crimson Veil.
It's Socialite. And then the second best.
Wait, Socialite on cat?
Yes,
on
the cat.
I didn't know she can get that.
It's the best one on the cat. It's the best one for her because if you just like this unit doesn't usually get that much damage amp, and then like the HP and damage amp are both good as well as buffing your whole team.
You get that on stage 2? No, you have to wait until stage 3.
So you will like the best one is over 9,000 if you especially if you get the mana procs.
Is that still good? I feel like every time I've taken it, it's like feels underwhelming now.
I mean, if you miss, you get off of it, right? Like if you're looking at it and you're like under 2 or 3 mana gen by like late stage 3, then you just get out of it.
Oh, okay.
Or like especially like if it looks bad by 3-2, you can just get out of it because you're trying to win by then.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. That applies to like Kaisa or anyone else,
like,
right?
Yeah, anyone. If you roll MR, armor, HP on Kaisa as your first like 4 rolls, you can just get out of it on 3-2.
Okay.
That applies more now because you're less likely to get mana.
So priority wise, if you get over 9,000 Socialite and Trickster, which one are you taking?
Oh, Trickster for sure. I just always rip the Trickster because I think it significantly changes a lot of the matchups in the entire game. To be fair, the last time I played this, Ryze was actually significantly less popular, and that matchup is actually kind of hard. But the other ones are like significantly transformed by having Trickster. So like if you think about the matchups, right, it's Ashe, and it's Yuumi, right? If you correctly dash into the Ashe or the Yuumi, you instantly win the fight because their boards have no other damage other than those units.
Okay. Okay.
Like and those fights looked consistent enough to me to be good. Like usually when you play this comp, you're like if they're positioned properly, you're like 30% to win. Instead, you're like at least 60, if not 70 or 80, if you position properly against them. With Unstoppable, the cat would be front row, and then you must have Unstoppable on Rakan.
So you go like this.
Yeah, you go like this. And then what this does, if they have multiple frontliners, I'll tell you what it does. If this will dash, this will dash into the what is it? It will dash into, I think, their B. It's kind of hard. B1, like far second row far left. Yeah, it will dash into there, and then the Malphite will probably walk to the right, but the other two units will walk around, or like, I think they
Wait,
should.
what? They'll go up this way?
Yeah, I think they'll walk around backwards because the unstoppable thing happens first. It should walk around. That's what I had happen to me
Okay,
a
so
bunch
it
of
goes
times.
like this.
Yeah, and then it does at least that. The right one might walk forward, but you at least have that one there, which allows you to have access to a hex where you splash the Aatrox and the Gnar at the same time, right? Like you could go one dash.
Wait, we could jump here?
Yeah, you can do, because the dash is twice, right? First dash to A2,
Oh,
and then second
okay,
dash to the back,
here.
and then you won, right? If that's where the carry is.
Oh, what?
Yeah, and then other side, I think something similar happens. This is especially potent if they have more frontliners, I think, because like it just creates like a death circle around the thing. Like on the other side, it's like it works a little bit differently. Or alternatively, by the way, they don't always have a unit on the far. I can explain to you what happens if they don't have a unit on the far left, which is pretty common. So like if you put it back, so like if it does this, it dashes to their B6, and then their units will like walk around in such a way that they form a ball. B6, not B7, because it should be yeah, it will end up there, and then the other two, like at least that will walk back, and then I think I need to look over some of the VODs again because I haven't gotten a game where I've been able to do this, but especially if it's like Mentor or like a variety of other comps, especially if they don't have everything in the front line, which is not, they don't usually always have everything in the front line. You can get especially another unit that ends up on C5 sometimes. I'm actually not 100% sure, but like you can get a ball. Like, yeah, if there's basically any other unit that's not in the front row, which is fairly common, you'll end up with a ball like this, and you can then again dash around to get onto the Gnar. Basically, like you can, it won't even go there. You will go. I think either first or second cat. Like what is more common is I think it can first dash to like your A5, then their A4, and then the second cast can get it to the Gnar afterwards. It's not quite so consistent, and I don't think this is nearly as good as like the 60 to 80% chance to snipe on the Trickster version, but like this is better than the 0 to 20% chance that you get if you don't do something like this. I think it might be hovering closer to like 35 to 45 to get the carry.
Okay, so if we are playing against Cat and they are doing that, we should corner on this side, bottom left, not this side. Because this side's way more consistent.
If this is in your rotation, you must not have any units in on the right two or left two hexes. So like what you should do, yeah, is you should put all that stuff so the Rakan dashes more to the left like that, right? Because this will cause it to dash like there, I believe, and then the ball doesn't get close enough to your Gnar, so it will like start going around the middle, yeah. And then you don't want your shitter frontline units. You don't want any weak units around your carry, is it? So like you could stack your weak units on the left side of the board pretty much.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so unstoppable is Rakan behind Katarina. Okay.
Yeah. It might. I need to try. I actually could not say with 100% confidence if it's Rakan behind Cat or Cat behind Rakan. Now that I'm thinking about it, it might make more sense that the Cat is behind the Rakan, so there's a more chance to get the ball. If it might get the ball anyways, because I don't know how the targeting order works. I thought Unstoppable did something. I'll need a double test. You get a chance to test it, try both orders, and then we'll see.
Okay, so like going back to this side, it would go here?
Yeah, there or one to the left. Yeah, there or one to the left, either of them, and then it makes a ball like this. And then hopefully the middle unit also, it might walk backwards. That one might be a tie at initially, because it has to target one of the units initially, I think.
Okay. Now I'm kind of confused, isn't it? All right, well, I'll experiment with it.
Yeah. Just all I know is that this is the best way to get the core unit hit.
All right. Rest of this look okay?
There's like a larger macro thing about like how often I'm really holding these. It's like very context dependent. I think because like the
Right.
GP, I think the GP should be like close to like if not at least high A because the mech opener is good, right?
Right.
Like
it's either really good or really bad.
Yeah, like it's just the trait bot to get the mech online. Right?
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Okay.
But the trait bot the trait is really important.
Yeah. All right. How about high level here? I guess Rammus is more like if we have Kaisa, right?
Yeah. Udyr is very strong. Swain is quite strong. Senna's very good for mech. I quite like Ari and Nico, because it depends. I mean, your rating will depend on what you think are the best openers, right? But if we agree on the best openers, then it's just this.
Yeah.
Viego is kind of hard to play through. Cog, I think Cog is really bad if you don't have an artifact. Like if you have an artifact, he's really good because this guy is very snowbally. Like he's one of the most snowbally. Malzahar, I think, is actually pretty. Like if you look at the win rate thing, right? The best board is Syndra with Malz, because like that's your best prodigy that you can play, right?
It just really relies on having your 2-star frontline.
Yeah, having some of them upgrade. But I like it. Like I think if there's no better unit to pair with Syndra than Malzahar as your backline.
Okay.
So I like it higher. I think it's probably even better than Ari if you have Rel already. So, but I would never run it alone as a solo carry. Is the main thing.
Right.
So yeah, just take that in context.
Okay.
I actually think Yasuo is like okay. I've seen some people do some creative spots with it. Personally, I have trouble seeing the spots where Yasuo is like the best unit a lot of the time. Because you don't really activate Edgelord quite so often. Usually I just sell this for 1 cost because of how it fits into the openers, and I think that applies almost to all of the rest of B tier. I think like I sell it for 1 cost a lot of the time, and like Viego probably as well, because the 1 costs are just better, and that kind of feeds into the conversation we had earlier about the strength of 1 cost in this meta, right?
Right. Okay.
So yeah, we can take a look. Yeah, after we have this, we can take a look at how this is in context. Yeah.
Okay. Now we can go back to this.
I mean, this turn is no decision, right?
Yeah, just Malphite. Or I mean, you buy everything.
Yeah, you have 5 gold.
And we're not gonna make econ, so. Okay. We have what? Senna, Kalista on board. I always take the screenshot at the start so that way they don't buy. So we were missing this because it always loads in.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So we're gonna buy Malphite to this. We have glove tier.
I would first insta check the cat for Trickster.
Oh, okay.
Like, this
oh
is
yeah,
like
since we have Hodge.
Like it's the true like you have it, you play it, and then you don't have it. Like you hit the Trickster, you play it, and then you don't hit the Trickster, you don't play it ever. Like it's truly polarized, I would say.
What if you get over 9,000? Are you willing to
hold it?
Roll. I mean, we have both executioners. Oh, I don't know if that really makes a difference, though.
That one doesn't really make a big difference, I think. Because it depends on what else you can play, right? If I have nothing, if the rest of my opener is very bad, right, I would try to play it. But like here, you have Malphite 2 cannon pair, and like a decent backliner to put behind. So
yeah,
I think we're not getting any more gold here, which means, what does that mean? Yeah, it means your turn mostly looks like check cat, and then if you hit Trickster, because you kind of have to make a choice, right?
Oh, then you have to buy the Garen.
Yeah, because you're forced to make a choice here, right? You're forced to make a choice between like you hold like cat and kind of Garen, or you hold Malphite Cannon. Plus, you're probably gonna be playing like Senna Katarina behind your protectors early, right? Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's what I would try to do. Like the turn for me, I think would look like check cat, sell cat because you would usually miss because it's kind of rare. Buy Malphite, Aatrox, Cannon, and that's just your board. You would sell the Zac for the Aatrox because Aatrox can enable mech. Whereas Zac can't.
Okay.
That would be my turn. Let's see what he does.
Okay, he's
We don't
gonna go.
What is he?
None of these are really good.
I wonder what he takes.
I assume I assume regenerative.
Yeah, I don't know. If he's a max vitality believer, then he'll take max vitality.
Oh,
Selfish.
selfish. Okay.
Okay.
All right. He didn't even test cat.
Yeah, they're not. I think I can count the number of people on one hand who would check the cat here, and I think I might have told most of them about this.
Okay, because he has perfect components for cat. Well,
Yeah,
I guess not the sword.
The sword's not good with
if you
texture,
hit.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But like you consider this is a spot where you could consider playing regular cat too.
Right. Yeah. In the absence of that, like it seems like we are either. I mean, this is not good Malphite Jhin spot, right? Because we don't have slammable tank item unless we can get like a what is it, Bramble
Here's the
Augment.
thing. I don't mind, like especially if you get an item augment. The IE is good. Like I like having IE here.
Yeah.
You would just want to go for a belt and then you kind of be okay. If you go for a belt,
Yeah.
hopefully complete the other tank. If you get item augment here, then you're very happy, right? Yeah. So I think your default best line is like playing off the Malphite, and then secondarily you're playing some kind of tempo into Ryze. I think.
Right. You slam IE open tier.
I think you slam Shojin open glove, or IE is fine. IE is fine. I think it's just that
Shojin open glove. Okay. Because you just want to play around the Senna instead.
Yeah. Like Shojin open, especially if you get Callista too. Like Shojin is the item that you want on her first, and then glove makes more good items. Like if you make IE, I think the only item you want, like the Spirit would be strong on tempo on the Malphite, but you don't want Spirit that bad in your set of early items, right? Void is good, but not right now. Blue is the only true good strong item right now that pairs with the first item that you made, and then like Shojin after IE would be good, but I think it's probably literally worse than IE or than Shojin, right? Like if you end up with IE Shojin, you probably should have made Shojin IE because I think that's the order in which they're strong. On Callista especially, a little bit less so on Senna, but kind of Senna still. And then what are the other tier items? Like Vow is okay. Like Vow is okay for tier items, but the only really good one is blue. And then, but with glove, like guard is good, LW is good, IE is good, are the main ones. Yeah, those are the main ones. Guard is good, LW is good, IE is good.
Okay. I think I fall into this trap too much where I'm like, if I'm thinking I'm playing Ryze, I want the tier for like Archangel or Void, but that just sacks your early mid game too much.
Yeah, you're not allowed to do that most of the time.
Okay. All right. So with that in mind, what was the portal as gold sub? So not middle or left, probably. I guess this could be good if we want to play. Well, not even if we want to go Malphite Jhin. Like this, okay.
Wait, this guy has the same. Oh, these are his augments. Oh, okay. It's gold sub. I think you're either holding best friends because you think it's good enough. Especially if you see a large gold. Yeah. It'd be for anything. I think. It's quite a bit worse in social. Like, it's playable in a socialite setup. It's quite a bit worse though because it's kind of hard to position your stuff, especially quickly. But I think that augment is very strong. If you get a big gold injection, I like actually one of the combat ones. I think. Yeah, I like one of the combat ones.
So would you even scout first to see if someone?
Yeah, you would scout for it. Yeah, you would for sure scout for it.
Okay. Okay, so gold sub, if you scout first and there's a big cash infusion, then you are more likely to lean towards combat. Okay.
Yeah.
Which you would still prefer item over combat.
Item's still better.
Yeah.
Item's still better, yeah. I agree.
Okay. All right, so we're rolling middle. Depending on whether or not we scout, then roll left. I guess we don't need more gold on a gold sub, so then roll right too anyway. Especially since we don't have slammable tank items.
Yeah, I don't like gold for dummies that much. It's probably hold best friend by default.
Oh, okay.
This, well, that one's easy now. That the decision is no longer difficult. All right. You snap off shimmers. Yeah, okay, we figured out the you snap off shimmers.
And then item slam is IE.
That shop is kind of illegal. Yeah.
Okay. I took an extra screenshot as well just to like figure out first item slam.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got bugs.
Yeah, all good.
This is like I have stuff cached and then like sometimes the cache gets messed up.
Oh.
Okay, 3, 2. We have open vest, open bow. We're middle of the pack on HP. Seems like a reasonably decent spot.
Yep.
Not this. This seems pretty good. More component. Probably second win out of these 3.
Yeah, I think second win is so strong that you would take it. I think you would take teaming up over like a weak combat.
Oh.
He takes teaming up anyways because the components really good. Like teaming up is really good here.
Isn't this good?
Underdogs, 4% missing health, max 150. I have no clue. I don't know the strength of that.
What does max 150 mean? Like that's the max you can regenerate?
Yeah, every second.
Oh, max 150 HP every second. Okay. I mean, you're basically guaranteed this per second then, right?
Wait,
because you have a Malphite 3?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's bad if it's capping out, right? Because it's reducing its relative value, I think.
Right, but isn't 150 a second pretty good? Like across 10 seconds, that's 1500 HP.
Yeah, it's really good. That is.
I guess right now we're gonna go to 6 though, so we don't. I mean, we just stay at 5 then, right?
Yeah, he's 5 right now. He'll be a lower level most of the time compared to his opponents.
Yeah. Well, but right now you're probably not sitting around rolling for Sivir, right?
Oh,
like,
no,
you just want to go 6.
No. I think this comp you would just never you don't pump and I wouldn't buy XP until you hit Gen 3. The reason why is because I understand why you want to level is because you want to level and then roll because those are better chances for Jin. But the thing is, the roll is half the price, right? So your choice here is either you could have like if you just take like because your decision really only matters for, let's say he's on like, let's say from this spot he's like level 5 and then like 4 out of 20 XP, right? Let's say that's the case. Your choice is you can spend to get to level 6. You could spend 16 gold, or actually you have to make kind of an equation, but it's like you either spend, I'll put it this way, yeah. You have 32 gold, right? You either spend 16 of it leveling and then 16 of it rolling. So you get 8 rolls, 8 XP, and 8 rolls and 24 XP total, right? On level 6. Or you just roll all 32 of the gold on level 5 and you get 16 rolls on level 5 odds. And I think
that makes more sense.
Yeah,
and it's only a 7% shot up.
Yeah, exactly it. And like the one cost is not even useless, right? Like the one like you probably hit Cannon 3 while rolling to level 6, which is useful as well.
Right. Okay, so like even if you had like no Sivers, that would be worth it.
Yeah, just because the price it's too cheap.
Jin odds alone.
Yeah, Jin odds alone. It's too cheap. It's just you're not sitting here rolling for Sivir. You're sitting here rolling because it gets you to 6, and the rolls are it gives you really cheap rolls with it.
So the only time you're hitting F is after you hit
Gen 3.
Gen 3.
Yes.
Okay. That I have not been doing that. So I need to. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's a huge difference. Yeah.
Underdog seems to make the most sense here. Especially since we have this moguls, right? Like you heal longer, generate more gold. Like 15, even if you max this out, 1500, isn't that like almost half his full HP? Or I guess, half his full HP bar every 10 seconds.
I'll put it this way. The reason why I'm hesitant to agree is because the item until you get 6 full items, having an extra component the entire time, when it results in having an extra item, which it will here, right? That is for sure better than the effect of underdogs on your entire team, right? If you have an extra item on Malphite, like these items are like the underdogs. I'd be surprised if you healed more than like 900, I think, which is not bad. I think, I don't know.
It's not insignificant though, right?
It's not insignificant.
And like,
I truly don't know.
Okay, so I agree with you. Extra component is stronger now, but the moment you get another tank item off carousel, underdog should be stronger. Right?
So the moment you get another item off carousel, you would be like, it would. This is also 6 gold, right? Like it's also 6 gold. Just to not forget that one.
Right.
But the idea is like, him in this spot, right? If he takes teaming up on 3-5, he's 3 item tank, 2 item carry usually, right? So either you're 2 item underdogs or 3 item 1 item underdogs. And I think the teaming up is for sure really safe, actually. Like the
Okay, so this is lower variance, probably maybe even higher AVP, whereas this you could go for the win out if you like
yes, correct. Yeah,
hit ahead of tempo.
Yeah. That one is higher. Yeah,
so higher cap, but probably
lower tempo.
Higher variance.
It's both higher variance and lower tempo, I think, because I think the component is very likely to be stronger right now. Like I'm looking at a spot, there are very few components that are very bad, I think. Like Cloak is insane, Chain is insane, Belt is actually very good here. You'd probably just make the Sunfire, right? Like I think there's 0 bad component. Like okay, Tier is not very good.
Rod, you're making Rageblade.
Rod is Rageblade. Sword is GS, which is insane. Glove is LW, which is insane. Bow is Red Buff, which is pretty good. So like they're like, no, let's see what he does. Yeah, he just takes it anyways.
Okay, and then 4-2, he's in first because of that tempo.
Yeah.
And then he's just a little bit off of Jhin, full 3 items. So probably just looking for combat at this point.
Yep.
Scavenger?
I
mean, roll left. You like know your enemy more than Scavenger?
Oh god. Yeah,
Isn't this like the only comp that uses Scavenger well?
Yeah, I think the Scavenger's actually I actually don't know. If you told me Scavenger was better for sure, I would believe you. Yeah. Wait, does he have any damage amp? He's a little bit of damage amp on his Jhin.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I think it depends. Wait, is it 10 to 15 or 10 to 18? 15% more. Oh no, yeah, 15. It's 10 to 15 on know your enemy.
It's really just against Yuumi, although I guess Yuumi it's important, right? Because of this Cassante.
It's only Yuumi. Yeah. Okay. I think it's supposed to be Scavenger.
Does Scavenger, like, does the positioning matter, or is it always random which unit gets it?
I think it's like highest percent health or something. Wait, I'm actually not sure. Oh god,
if that's the case, would you want to sack your like backline, like these two, and that way you have your?
These backliners are all like good enough to receive the items. It's okay.
Okay. Okay, so I mean, either way, you roll left, and then. Yeah. Okay.
Healed Scavenger.
Oh, yeah. Healing orbs. Healing orbs or Scavenger? Isn't healing orbs crazy here too?
The problem. So here's the thing. It's actually important to understand. My sentiment comes from the fact that very often your two most important matchups are Ashe and Yuumi. Those comps run one really good tank. So all of these like proc on kill things are like suspicious. Some like are high variance in that there are some matchups.
You have to position right side.
Yeah, you have to position right side. You need to hope they're not solo frontline. It's like kind of dicey. Like
okay,
Kaisa
we can scout.
Yeah, we can scout. Okay,
right, so it would be good here. This is Yuumi, but he's like far away.
Oh no, he hasn't rolled yet. Okay. Wait, this guy's board is insane if he hasn't rolled yet. What the? Okay, I take it back. This guy's board is insane. This guy's board.
I mean, Scavenger's good against this, right? You
Is he
even got
level
this
9?
guy.
He is level. No, he's level 8.
He has late game
Is
specialist.
he level 8 0? No, he's level 9. I'm tripping. He's level 9. Okay, yeah.
Oh, he already finished rolling, so he's dead. Right?
I don't know.
I mean, either way, Scavenger's good against this, right?
Yeah, Scavenger's good against this. Scavenger's good against this one.
Okay, this is at. Wait, no, it's not. This is. What is this?
This is.
Oh, is he trying to go 9 too?
This is also a fast 9.
Okay. Oh, so he's probably screwed. He's contesting the other guy too.
The other guy doesn't have very many units.
Okay, Star Guardian.
It's kind of bad here.
Scavenger's decent. It's bad because of the shield.
Well, you just hit the pop. You hit a big poppy a lot of the time, right?
Okay. Bad here.
This one like great. It's not great in this one. So it's like not very good in like 3.5 matchups. But like healing orbs and scavenger have the same issue, right?
Yeah, same issue. So
someone
higher
mentioned
upside.
Okay, someone mentioned that in the last clip he was 0 gold. Is that right? Like on the 3-2? If he's 0 gold, it's for sure.
I think he was at like 20 gold or 30 gold.
30? Oh, it's not 0. Okay, then it's still probably team like 30 gold. Yeah, okay. I like teaming up.
Yeah, but to your point around tempoing and like he preserves so much HP to get here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, like how would you tiebreak given I guess it wasn't even necessary to do that analysis because either way you're comparing the same thing, right? Like you're just you're either killing units or you're not.
Wait, does he have he still doesn't have cannon 3 here? Does he have anything good?
One off.
So he would hit this turn. I like Scavenger.
Yeah, he's at full. Yeah, because then you have so many 3-star units.
Yeah, roll, but he's already seen a lot of the good combat augments is the funny thing. So the roll is not even that good because he's already seen backup, which I think is fairly good, and he's also already seen best friends, which I think is very good in this comp.
Yeah, like what else are you looking for? This is what is this? Gold augment? Precise shot. Last second save.
That one's okay. Last second save is pretty good. Spirit Link is okay in this spot.
I took Spirit Link before in this comp and it was healing nothing because of the protector shields.
Yeah, no, that's fair. It's all
Okay.
Okay, Scavenger I guess.
He took Scavenger.
Okay.
Alright, and then he's probably like a top 3 in this spot, I assume.
Yeah, he's a top 3. He has 70 gold. He can actually
Yeah. You think this is a first? I mean, I guess there are a bunch of Varus players.
He just needs all of them to die. If all the Varus players die, I think he comfortably wins the game.
Okay, so this is probably safely a top 2 and then potential cap out for first?
Yes, yeah.
Are we locking that prediction in?
Yeah.
Alright, let's see what happens. Oh, he hit.
He goes first. And the Varus guys all died. I was exactly right. They all died.
You're right.
They all died and he won because he can get to Varus because he had enough gold.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, that's a super fun analysis to go through.
Yeah. All right. I think I'm gonna try to get some practice games into.
Yeah, you gotta get the reps.
Put a lot of the theory into practice.
Yep.
But yeah, no, I think in the future doing more of this stuff is really helpful for me as well.
Yeah, just like going through like all the pivotal decisions in the game. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds
Are
good.
there any other points in the game that you would add screenshots for?
Ooh, the interesting things are the 3-1 items, and then the 4-1 items and the 5-1 items. Like, cause like if you just want to refine your items, like that's like super duper useful.
Yeah, that was actually next on my list, and then I guess related to that is just carousel picks as well.
Yeah.
Although I don't think I could actually.
That one's hard to do. That one you might need to.
Yeah, that one's hard for me.
You might.
I think I would just screenshot at the start of the carousel, and then I guess I could just take screenshots every like 5 seconds. But
what you could do is you could screenshot it at the start of like if you know the timing, you can screenshot it at the start of every instance where people get released from the carousel.
Yeah.
That would be where the screenshot should be, I think, or like a little bit after that, in fact.
Okay, that makes sense. And then 3-1, 4-1, 5-1. So I would take a screenshot at the start of 3-1, 4-1, 5-1, and then take a screenshot
At the start
maybe
of combat, yeah, or,
at the
or like
end,
at the end, yeah,
or
the start of
maybe
5-2 or 4-2.
5-2. Yeah, okay.
Because like you'll be able to see what they made, right? Like I think you already
Yeah.
have it for the 4-2. Yeah.
Then start of 4-2, 5-2.
Yep.
Okay, cool. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get those in right away, but next iteration I'll put those in. All right. Sounds good.
All right, cool.
Appreciate the coaching session.
No problem.
All right.
Best of luck in trials.
Okay.
Yeah, get to practicing.
Thank you, sir. Talk to you later.
All right, see you.
Bye.
All right, that was fun. We got someone else coming up. I'm gonna need to update this.